Orlando may be the happiest place on earth, but is buying a home here a reality or is it a stretch? In today's video, we're gonna break down the numbers of what it really costs to own a home in Orlando. Let's dive in. So as of July 2025, the median price of a home, of a single family home in Orlando is right around $400,000. So for the purposes of today's video, we're gonna be looking at an FHA loan and what those estimated payments are gonna be. Now, with an FHA loan, you can put down as little as 3.5%. And for today's numbers, we're gonna go ahead and base everything off of that. So on a $400,000 home price with a down payment of 3.5%, your loan amount is going to be $386,000. And we're gonna just change that and we're gonna go $386,000, okay? Now, if we take where interest rates are today, and that's gonna be roughly around 6%, give or take, okay? Taking a rate of 6%, okay, that's going to give us an estimated principal and interest payment of $2,314.27. Outside of the mortgage payment itself, there are going to be a number of contributing factors that are going to play a role in your overall payment. The first one we're going to talk about is private mortgage insurance, or PMI. Now, with an FHA loan, you have two different private mortgage insurances or two different PMIs that you're going to have to pay. The first one is an upfront premium. Now, PMI premiums are set by HUD, which means they're the same amount for everybody across the board. Now, FHA charges upfront a 1.75% upfront fee, which is 1.75% of your base loan amount. You can either pay that in cash or you can roll that into your loan. It's the only closing cost that's truly allowed to be rolled into your financing. The monthly PMI is calculated based on 0.55% of your loan amount on an annual basis. So to figure out what you're going to pay per month is we would take this $386,000 times 0.0055, and that gives us $2,123 per year roughly. Take that number and divide it by 12, and that gives us a monthly payment of $176.92. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is property taxes. Now, property taxes are a thing not only in Florida, but almost in every state in the country. You got to pay property taxes. Now, property taxes in Orlando, I've seen kind of range in this price point anywhere between, let's say, $4,000 and $7,000. Okay. So for the purposes of this video, we're going to use an estimate of $5,000 a year for property taxes. If you take your property taxes of $5,000 and divide that by 12 months, you can expect to pay $416.67 roughly per month for your property taxes. Now, the other thing we're going to talk about is homeowners insurance. Homeowners insurance can vary. I've seen homeowners insurance premiums in Orlando be anywhere between, let's say, $1,000 and $2,500 a year, just depending on the home. The one thing that you always want to keep in mind about homeowners insurance, especially in Florida, is homeowners insurance is truly dependent on what that house physically has. The lender's never going to set your homeowners insurance premium because we don't sell insurance, but we are going to give you an estimate of what we think based on what we've seen it's going to be. So for the purposes of the video, I'm going to use $1,800 for homeowners insurance, which will give us a payment of about $150 per month. Okay. Now, the other piece of that homeowners insurance is flood insurance. Now, flood insurance, there's a lot of areas in Orlando that are not in a flood zone. So for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to touch a whole lot on flood insurance, but I will say this. If you are mandated to be that you are in a flood zone, you will have to purchase it. It's required. If you're not, you may not have to purchase flood insurance, but it might be something you might want to price out to protect your home. Okay. Talk to your individual insurance agent or your insurance provider. Talk to them about flood insurance and what that's going to cost. Okay. So if we take these numbers and we add them up, you have $2,314.27 plus $176.92 plus $416.67 plus $150. So a total estimated payment of $3,057.86. Now, when I talk to individual home buyers that are purchasing, not only just in Orlando, but in any given market in the state of Florida, I'm talking to them about payment ranges, because the one thing we didn't address here is we didn't address, HOA dues, okay? Did not address those. Some properties you're gonna find maybe in an HOA, some may not, but you wanna have a good peace of mind to know, what those HOA dues, number one, are, and number two, what they entail. So when I'm talking to an individual buyer and they're asking me about payments, I'm giving them a range. I'm saying, okay, you can expect to maybe pay $3,000 to maybe $3,200 at this price point per month, depending on property taxes, the HOA dues, the insurances, right? Some homes may have a tax bill less than $5,000, some may have more, some may be in an HOA, some may not. You may decide to purchase flood insurance, you may not. So it's always important when you set your monthly budget and you're looking for a home, especially first-time homebuyers, you want to give yourself a payment range. You want to say, okay, when I'm looking at home, when I'm looking at my estimated payments, I need to be between, $3,000 and $3,300. That will help net you somewhere between $400,000. If you can go in with that kind of frame in mind and not stick to say, well, my payment can be no more than $3,000, I can't have any more than, but I want a $400,000 house. You want to kind of get out of that thinking, and you want to think it more so in kind of payment ranges. And if you can think in a sense of a payment range, you're going to be a lot more successful in the home search and in the home buying process. But if you have any questions on how this works, give me a call. My number is 954-369-6171. Again, it's 954-369-6171. I'd be more than happy to discuss with you how these details break down, how interest rate affects your payment, how everything else affects your payment, so you can be informed and educated. Until next time, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.